Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's your boy Samurai here, back for another upload after a good minute. I want to say maybe 6, 7, I think a year actually, a year of not uploading. But as you see, with the title suggests, we're going to do a video on Wisteria 2. You know what I'm saying? New Roblox game that just came out around 2, 3 weeks ago. But honestly, I liked it. I liked the game. There are little bugs or things that I would like implement it into the game, but that's what we're here to talk about right now. To begin, I'll begin on actually the mobile side, of course, because I'm the best mobile player to ever touch Roblox. Ever quote me on saying that, send that to anybody. You already know what it is, right? First, mobile customization. You know what I'm saying? As we have seen in games that start with projects like Project Mugetsu and Project Slayers, also Shindo Life, in many of the volleyball games. Customization for mobiles, HUDs, and GUIs is something great and will attract a lot of actual quote unquote competitive players in terms of mobile. This will also lower skill gap between mobile and PC players, and just overall, who wants to be stuck uh using the same layout instead of using something that you're personally and you have a preference for, right? Next, so in Wisteria, I haven't seen Demon, but I'm a Slayer, right? I'm a Kanato Slayer. The breathing buttons work once every 10 times. I think this is like the buttons are too small, or like it has to be something like that, because I'll be fighting or completing a mission, and then I'm facing 10 demons, and then I go back to breathe, and I'm trying to use my move, and I'm pressing my skills 7 to 10 times, and it's just not working. And that's also, to a sense, how you're gonna have a Demon Slayer game come out with mobile, but you can't use your breathing moves, or if you're a demon, you can't use your demon blood art moves. You know what I'm saying? Just doesn't make any sense. So I think just fix the buttons. I would suggest making the button like the ZXY, and whatever else it is. Just make them larger, like completely larger instead of just slightly larger. Actually, I'll have a example up on screen of what I mean by that. Next, breathing trainers, right? So mobile, it's a very simple issue. When you scroll, when you're like at your breathing trainer, or I guess your demon blood art trainer, same thing. In theory, they are. You can't scroll to like the 18th one or like the 16th one. You have to do the little touch and scroll and like force your fingers to move in a weird way, and that's just something like it's just unpleasant to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a simple and easy fix though. All right, and then also that's the same for training, because when you're doing your trainings, I will say this: I've accidentally pressed agility training about 7 times when I was trying to do battle spirit, and that's just making me waste money and training points. When I'm trying to do something very, very specific. Next, we have just the general things that you bring to the game. First, I think everybody has said this: lag. The game is completely laggy. Like sometimes it's literally unplayable. Like you'll just sit there and you'll freeze frame for 5 to 10 seconds. And this isn't just a mobile issue. This is a game issue, because there's been PC players and mobile players that have both said this. This isn't just me. You know what I'm saying? So that needs to be fixed. Also, there's no like cooldown timer on screen for your demon arts or your breathing moves. So that's just awkward, because you don't really know how long it's actually going to take for your moves to come back. So that's like, I use a move, boom, I wait 3 seconds, and then because I can't tell that the move is on cooldown, I'm spamming the button, and then little do I know, I have like 5 seconds left. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, you want to let people know how long they have to their moves come back, so that they can work on movement, anything else in terms of PvP or PvE. And then finally, for the last general concepts, or something general just to bring, is factions, right? So I'm not saying you have to make this a total demons versus slayers thing, but I think you should let the community have factions. Factions are something great to bring. It brings, I would say, a lot of competitive, a lot of, I wouldn't say beef because it all depends on the person, but who wouldn't want to go out and have a war like 10v10, 5v5, right? Uh, and then obviously you could have. I'll give you an example. Like 3 to 5 official factions. One can be, of course, the Demon Slayer Corps. Two would be, of course, the 12 Kizuki, or just the demon faction, official. Another one would be like a mix of both of them. Then another one can be like executioners or rogue people, or like rogue samurai, things of that nature, right? That's just something to think about. And then finally, I have like specific things that I really, really, really want to come into the game because I think it's going to make it a lot better. And even though we might have to wait for this a little bit, I'm fine with waiting. I will wait and I will upload a video on it, right? So first, different type of weapons and weapon customizability. Yeah. So at first, you guys might be asking, like, what do you mean? Most people in Demon Slayer use katanas, and that's really it, right? Well, yes, that's right. But if you're going to make a game, I'm not going to say copy it, boom, boom, boom. Add some concepts that the general public will like. So what I was thinking is you could have 3 different types of weapons, right? So for example, the smaller weapon, a smaller weapon could be like a fan. A regular weapon base could be a katana, and then a heavy weapon could be an axe or a mace or something of that nature, right? Of course, this will arguably add more individuality into the game and more builds, because currently, from what I've seen, it's literally just straight lightning and wind. Just lightning and wind, right? And you want different builds, and you want people to look individual. You don't want everybody to look the same, right? Because even though there are a lot of accessories, when everybody has a sword that basically looks like somebody else's sword, it'll be better. Just have different weapons, in my opinion, right? Also, non-breathing style moves, things like kenjutsu or quote-unquote hakuda, like for people who want to use straight hands for demons, because of course everybody's happy to have breathing moves, but you have 4 moves in M1s. That's all you have for PvP. So non-breathing moves like kenjutsu, that will make things a lot better for PvP and in PvE, because you can extend combos, and then it makes people also think more, because you can't just spam. You have to actually be ready to use different moves. And then, of course, and lastly, parrying and perfect blocking. Now, I could, of course, just be wrong, but I haven't been able to perfect block or to parry in this game. Now, if it's in there and I'm just trash and I can't do it, I'm sorry. But I think if it's not in there, you should bring it to the game. Like I said, I'm a very, very PvP-based person, so perfect blocking and parrying, bring that into the game. You can easily add like a CD to parrying, like maybe like 5-10 seconds, so it's not every 1 second, or things of that nature, if you're worried about people just spamming that in PvP. But I think that should be added, just consistency, because what are you supposed to do if you get combos sometimes? I understand that there's like that little flash step thing, but you know what I'm saying? What if they just want to throw hands? Straight up, right? But with that being said, that is all for the video. Actually, that's all for the video. This is actually going to be my comeback. So, hey, I'll see you guys. In my world, swinging swag,